Hey y'all, welcome back to The Simple Happy Life. I'm Sabrina, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you our art shelf. Okay, so here is what this wall looks like for our art shelves. We've got our penmanship poster up top. Both of my boys are going to be doing cursive this year. My fourth grader is going to continue, and my second grader is going to start. And my second grader has asked to learn sign language. I think I mentioned this in another video, and some of you left some suggestions as curriculum or apps and things we could use. So that's much appreciated. I need to figure out how to get this off. Any tips on like really cleaning off a chalkboard? Because even when I write the new month on it, which I'm going to go ahead and write out July, I can still see fall of October. Anyway, and so this is like a magnetic chalkboard that lives over here as well. And then this caddy, I'm sure you've seen this before. If you follow me on Instagram or here on YouTube and previous videos, we've moved it off of their desks into the tops of these shelves. The boys have their own pins at their desks, but this is just really easy for them to come and grab what they need while we're doing lessons and then put stuff back. And they also add other things in here. Clearly, this is one of their little Fitbits. So that is what lives up top on the shelf, and also my Cricut. I feel like it's been sitting in the closet and I haven't really gotten a chance to use it like I wanted to, because I have to plug it up and go do all of that to get it set up. But by having it out on the shelf, I feel like I use it more throughout the week, and for our lessons for special projects. I think the boys will really enjoy that as well. So moving down, I've shared that I like closed storage. So this shelf holds boxes. These are all from IKEA, the cardboard boxes and the metal box. And these labels, the metal labels, are from Amazon. Honestly, they're a little more expensive now, and I would not purchase them at this price, but I've had them for a couple of years, and I just need to add them to these boxes over here as I continue to go through and relabel things. And labeling is definitely important in our homeschool or in our house, because it's not just me. For me, I pretty much know where my things are, but we're all using this. The boys and my husband comes in here and grabs some things. So that's important for them to be labeled. So I'll show you what's in these boxes in a sec. Let me just work my way down quickly. This shelf we've also made kind of level as it goes across. I felt like when we had it kind of adjusted, it just looked more cluttery. It's a lot more stuff out than I would like. I'm pretty minimal in wanting things to be closed behind cabinets, and I can open it up when I'm ready for it. But the boys have enjoyed seeing these things out, so that's sweet. These containers are from Michael's. I have one on the other side. Those, the wooden one, the glass jars are just from the kitchen, washed out and brought in from the kitchen. This box is also from Michael's, and I just put a little wooden strip on it, which is also from Michael's, and stained it this wood color. I like this wood color. We have a couple of other things in our home that we've made and stained it with that. So that's what is going on there. But the box was like $1.99 on clearance. So I got it a couple of years ago, but they always have some great clearance. Again, the same box from Michael's on the other side. And then the IKEA box is at the bottom. This one I need to label, and this one has planner stickers in it. So let me go through now and just show you what's inside each of the boxes. Okay, so these are markers that we've had last year. I didn't really replace any markers or scissors. They're still good. I did bring in some more glue. We ran low on glue, and that was about it. So I didn't need to replace that. And I try not to buy more things that I don't need. So I'm just going to take these few boxes off the shelf first and show you what's inside. So the first thing I want to share with you is this molding clay. We've already started using it, and the boys have had a really fun time with it, using it for just to keep their hands busy while we're doing read aloud times. And I like that it doesn't crumble like Play-Doh, because we're upstairs and there's carpet, and I don't want them to get the clay in the carpet. And so this hasn't been an issue, and I just keep them stored in their individual tins. And this is from Michael's, and it comes in like a big pack of all the clay, but they're individually wrapped. And so I just have the remaining ones in here, and I'll probably get some more, but we're definitely looking forward to continuing to use that more throughout our school days during read aloud times to make creations. and also learning about different sculptors and maybe recreating one of their creations. So that's what's in these tins. And the boys have really enjoyed this more than I thought. They're like desktop easels. And so this folds up and this can just slide up, you see. And then they can put their canvas work on here or a book on here. And there's a drawer underneath here that you just unlatch and slide back. And they can hold like the colored pencils or the paints or whatever they were using to work on a particular project. I thought they would just store in here and they can just easily go back to it. So that is what these are. And they fold down really easily. The boys can put them away. So next I'll share with you what's in our art drawers. This box or basket on top is from the Target Dollar Spot, and it just holds some inexpensive brushes. I thought they were pretty to leave out and display, and also just to help with drying after we use them. And then in this top drawer, we have paint. These paints are from Michael's. They are the acrylic paints, and I cannot remember the name of the place I purchased these, but I'll make sure to link it below or add it on the screen. And these are just watercolor paints. They were inexpensive. They're for beginners, but they had really good reviews, so I'm looking forward to using these with them. In this next drawer, we have our special color pencils. So the color pencils and things up top are just for every day. We have more downstairs, but for our lessons and within our homeschool room and during our day, so they don't have to go downstairs to get things. But these we pull out when we're doing like our unit studies, and it just makes it extra special. These are Prismacolor colored pencils, and they're really, I don't know if I'll be able to get this to focus or not, but they're really soft and rich in color. And my oldest does not like scratchy pencils on paper. I think I may have shared that before. We use friction erasable pens mostly for his schoolwork because he doesn't like the sound of pencils on paper. But these have been fine for him. Like I said, they're soft and they're rich in color, which I love. These are some pastels, and I'll share where they're from as well. It's just like a sample pack. And I really like, I don't want to get my fingers dirty, but they're really rich and I really like that. So I'm excited to use those with them. This next drawer has some of our micron pens that we're using for outlining and sketching, some gel pens, some just pencils we've been using to sketch, and more pens for outlining. These are amazing. You fill the well up with water, and then the kids already can just paint, because sometimes getting out the water and all of that can get messy, but this is not messy and it's quick, and they can just put it in their paint and go. So I really like having these. These, I believe, are from Michael's. Here's an X-Acto knife. The boys know to be careful and ask for help with this. And these are just some rulers over here. And this is like a eraser for glue. So that's just kind of a random tool that got stuck in there. And here we just have some or compass, right? I think that's what they're called. And they were like, I don't know, a couple of like 50 cents or something like that. And so we got some, and they have fun playing with these. These are measuring tapes that the boys like to use. So I didn't really have the best place to store them, so they got put in these drawers until we get, we up our collection of art supplies. And then down here, the drawers are clearly not in any type of order. They were, but we've been using them, so they just got put back, however. But these are, I believe, called Quick Sticks, and my youngest really likes these. They are easy to use, and they dry pretty quickly, and they're not messy. So I don't mind him grabbing these at all, and I think I'm going to get him the other colors and fill up this drawer for him. So that is what is stored in our art drawers right now. Next, I'll share this shelf. Here are just some sketchbooks. These are from Michael's. We've had them for a while, but we haven't filled them up, so I didn't purchase new ones. And then this basket holds some really fun books that we'll be using. So there's actually quite a bit stored in this little basket. The basket again is from Michael's, and these right here in front are journals, traveler's notebooks from Michael's, and they were really inexpensive, but we each have our own to write out things that we want to accomplish for that week or goals that we have. And so that's what lives in front. I think I'm going to take the other ones out just to make it a little easier to look through. Okay, so there's a mix of books and things in here, and let me just talk you through them really quickly. So this one that was sitting up front, 400 writing prompts, was actually a gift for us. And I think it's nice to kind of flip through whenever we're feeling stuck or whenever I'm feeling stuck and just want to jot out some things. I don't actually write it in here. We put them in our traveler's notebooks. But this is fun. I'm not sure where they got it from, but it was a really sweet gift. So as you can tell, this is not just the kids stuff, but this is a book I've had, but they are finding drawing the letters or attempting to draw these letters fun. So I just decided to add it down on the shelf for them to use as well and practice in their traveler's notebooks. And then we have flowers, trees, and other plants. This book isn't as easy for them to use, but we've been trying to, or attempting to draw some of the trees and sketch them for like nature journaling. So that's a sweet book. I got that off of Amazon. And then this How to Draw. Just a quick flip through. Now this one, my 9-year-old can do a bit more, but it's a little more challenging because it's not like my kids always like to draw. They've just really gotten into it lately, so I'm kind of just going with it. But this one, it's an Usborne book, and I got this one, I want to say I ordered this one off of Amazon, but you can get it from their site. Has been really great. It has been such a confidence builder for him because it takes you through. Like, they don't just start with the third shape over, they really take you through. So he's enjoyed this one, and I might see if they have the one about people. I think they have one about people and dinosaurs, and then specifically for animals. So I might purchase those just because I've seen him just feel more confident with drawing, and then he wants to write a story to go with it. So that's always a bonus for me. And then this, I don't know a lot about art. I like to draw and color, but I'm not great at it. Anyway, I just thought this would be a good addition to bring in our home. It's from Evan Moore, and I really like their products. So I picked this one up. I think they have it as an ebook as well, but because this isn't something I would give my kids to write in, I think this was the better option as far as how colorful the pages are and me trying to print stuff from home. So I'm excited about this, and I like that in the back you kind of get an art study and to practice some of the concepts that were taught before. So I'll definitely be pulling these into our different units. So excited about this one. And then here are just some tablets or pads. This is watercolor paper. There's some tracing paper, which has also been confidence building for my boys. We've already jumped into using these. I tried to save them for the start of school, but that didn't work. And then here's some mixed media paper. So let's see. You've seen me share this in my Amazon haul, and it is so pretty. It's so pretty. Just flipping to a random page. But they have the sections broken up by like painting and sculptures and photography and music. I have some musical babies for sure. Dance. And so they actually take hip hop dance class, and my youngest is really into photography. So we have this little book that I got him that I want to make sure we go through this year. So I'll put it in the basket. And he's had a good time reading through this and playing with his camera that we got for him for his birthday. And this book explores sketchbooks are just, I don't know, it's such a pretty book. And we use this more as inspiration than anything. But like, look at that, going to the beach and seeing crabs and just, oh my goodness, so pretty. So like I said, this is more like inspiration as we use our travelers notebooks for writing out our goals and things. And we also are using it for our nature journaling. And so I really, really have appreciated this one. And I think this will grow with them. They may not understand everything. I haven't read anything that would be like, I also haven't read the whole book, but I haven't read anything that I wouldn't like have this down where they could get it and look through it. So this has been a nice addition to our shelves as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and, ooh, that was heavy, put these back, and then I'll show you what's next. I also wanted to share this kit, How to Draw Faces. I came across it on Instagram from Marquita over at School at Home and Beyond. And I really like that it has this skin tone wheel and these multicultural color pencils. And it kind of gives them this trace, I guess, different face shapes. And I think that will be helpful because my kids do want to learn how to draw. So I think this will be fun for them. And I thought we kind of do it as a first day back to school activity to create some self-portraits and write about who they are now, what their interests are. And yeah, I just thought this would be a sweet little thing to do to start our school year off. And I'm sure they'll do it, continue to do this after that and start to draw other family members' faces, which I think will be sweet because the four of us in our home are different shades of brown, but we're pretty close. But our like my mother and sister and brother and grandmothers and cousins, we all have different shades of brown. So I think that they're going to enjoy using that and doing that. We'll also read this book, The Colors of Us. We've had this one for a long time, but I just think, having representation on our shelves is important. And this is just a sweet little book that does that. So, okay. So next I thought I'd share these wooden boxes with you from Michaels. So these little wooden boxes, like I said, are from Michaels. And in this one, I just have some jars from the kitchen that had some like gems and peppers in them. And then this one holds our little dishes to put paint in. These are nice and heavy. And I like that they're not plastic because sometimes the plastic ones can slide around once you put paint in them and they're trying to put their little brushes in. So I really like that. I got two of those and then I got two of these. And these are really heavy, like I said, but they're pretty durable. Like, I don't think that they're going to just drop and break. I actually made these and these were in my desk, but we moved our schoolroom around, so I no longer have that desk. So I added them in here for us to use to paint with. Here's some just glitter spray. This is from Michaels. And then I have this turned around here because I wanted to hide this new palette from the kids of watercolors. I think they're going to have fun with watercoloring this year, but I wanted us to have some different options. They already have some pad at their desk, but I didn't want them to use this one yet. So that I have turned around in here for now. Okay, so in these containers, we have some like blending tools. These are from Michaels, and I have so many because when I ordered them online, they'd only let me order like a minimum of 2 packages. So anyway, these are from Michaels. And then the stamps or the ink to go along with them, those are from the Tim Holtz collection, I believe, like the distress inks. But I already had these little dewdrop ink pads, and I had them more of in a neutral tones. But I got, let's see if I can get this in focus. But I got these brighter ones and mixed them in because the boys have had a lot of fun with that. And you can also use these to watercolor. So these are like a little acrylic boards you can use for cling stamps, but you can also press the ink down on the pad, and they can take a paintbrush and paint with them. And it's a lot less messy to do it that way. And then obviously they can use them as a regular ink pad with other stamps. So that's what's in this box. Again, this box I got on clearance from Michael's. And then I just got this little wooden piece also for Michael's and used some, E600 and glued it onto the front. So nothing fancy, but definitely functional for us. So I've just shared what's on this shelf. Let me move on to this shelf and show you what are in these. And actually, I'll just go ahead and pull these two boxes off the shelves. These items are not necessarily new homeschool supplies or art supplies, but they are my planner supplies that I moved over here from my desk and that I'm allowing the boys to enjoy along with me as well, and add to their traveler's notebooks here. So let me pull those down. So in those two boxes on the top shelf that says planner supplies on this label, I have my planner supplies, and these were in my desk, but like I said, we don't have it anymore. We brought this table into our homeschool room, and it's just been a lot more workspace for us all. So I've really enjoyed it. These wooden containers that I'm using as like dividers in this box, I purchased from Target a while ago, and I used to have our math manipulatives in them, but I'm using them for our planner supplies now. This other white box holds some stamps. Got some alphabet stamps. That's from Amazon. And then I've got these, which are from Hobby Lobby. And these are some other big stamps, but they're more like holiday type stamps. Let's see, I think, well, that's a bird cage. I think we use these for Halloween. So those are some more letter stamps. So these aren't necessarily new to our homeschool, but they are new to the boys having easy access to them. And then this box down here, I haven't really organized. Everything is just kind of shoved in here. So I don't even know what this box is going to look like when I open it. Okay. So we just have some stickers here and some cling stamps here and some like sticky tape here and some double-sided tape. So that is what's in this box, along with some more of the stencils that I would use more so, but the boys are welcome to use them now. They've showed me that they can handle using my things and putting them away. And so I said now they can be our things. So that is what's living in those boxes. And I think, it makes it special to them. And now it's, I don't know, I feel like they've been taken care of some of those things a little better. So I've been really excited to see that. Okay, guys, let me put this back on the shelf. So something else we brought in this year are these art mats. As you can see, they say they're self-healing, and we've already used them for our clay on the table, for cutting, gluing, and they've just been really nice. They're nice and heavy, so they don't slip and slide around. And I will link below where we got these because I don't remember the name offhand. And I also got this poster. Just have this candle helping me hold it. And I thought this would be a nice addition to when we study color this year. And I'll switch out one of the posters above our shelf and put this on it. But I thought that was really pretty, and I've seen them in other schoolrooms and art studios. So I thought that would be a nice addition to our art wall. Okay, so the last thing I want to share with you is this wall we have over here with our whiteboard and our pocket chart. We use to hold our vocabulary words, and this chart with some lines on it, just a big paper pad. And we have our markers that we use on the paper pad right here in this little basket that was once on our black round table that held blocks, but we're now using it to hold like our chart markers. These are our dry erase markers, and they have little erasers on top, which is nice. And then our chalk erasers, some chalkboards. I believe these are just from the Dollar Tree. This is one that we got with our Learning Without Tears handwriting books. These little dry erase boards are from the Dollar Tree as well. I think these are from the Target Dollar Spot. These aren't necessarily new to us, but the chart markers, and the chart has been new to us this school year, but I just want to share these things because they're on the art wall, and these are our more of our dry erase boards and more chalkboards back here. So that's what lives in this little basket beside the shelf. All right, guys, we've come to the end of our video. I hope that you have enjoyed it and gotten some ideas or inspiration from it, maybe. If so, comment below and let me know. I'm going to get to work finishing up labeling things in our schoolroom and organizing the rest of it, and I'll be able to share that with you soon. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more. All right, guys. Bye.